Spoiler alert! This video contains spoilers for The Handmaid's Tale. Is June going to jail? What kind of consequences is she about to face? Will Luke and Moira help her in her plan to destroy Gilead once and for all? What will happen to her daughters? Here are all of the answers to all of your burning questions. Let's start off with the legal consequences for Fred's death. The wait is almost over. Hulu has announced that the popular dystopian series will return on Wednesday, September 14th with episodes following weekly. The streaming network also released a trailer, and based on the footage we're about to see the wildest season so far. Although we don't think there would be a moment as shocking and satisfying as the one in season 4 finale. After what seemed like an eternity, viewers finally saw the murder of Commander Fred Waterford, a character played by Joseph Fiennes. The moment was exceptional, and considering all of his crimes, everything that he has done to these poor women, and everything he's done to turn the world into such a nightmare, he was given an act of proper revenge. He was torn apart by a group of his former handmaids, including our dear June, who was seeking sweet revenge for everything they went through because of him. So it's super clear that we all felt peace when June did what she did. Her actions were justified, but that doesn't mean that her actions won't have terrible consequences. The Canadian government won't be happy about Fred's murder. Again, not because he was such a dear, loving person, but because Fred had given Canada a lot of information about the inner workings of Gilead's government, so the fact that he's gone will raise some questions. You see, when it comes to Fred and who killed him, the list isn't really long. In fact, considering the way he was killed, the list will consist of one name: June. When the Canadian government finds out that June is responsible for Fred's death, they'll try everything, literally everything, so that she'll end up behind bars. We highly doubt that the show will now give June the free out of jail card. After all, she has always suffered the consequences of her actions. This theory is confirmed in a new trailer for the series where we see the protagonist behind bars. Although these aren't the only consequences she'll have to deal with, sadly June will have to deal with a lot more, but the showrunner strongly believes that she could get away with Fred's murder. Fred's murder will have some major influence on every character from the series, including Serena Joy Waterford. Sadly, this woman will try and paint herself as a poor widow while trying to convince people she was the good guy. Elisabeth Moss shared that June will have plenty of fears in the next installment, including being arrested. And it's not like she's trying to hide what she did to Fred. It's quite the opposite. June knows what she was doing, and she made sure everyone knows it was her, especially Serena. She wanted her to know that she killed her husband, and she wanted her to know that she won't stop there. So yeah, the two will have a lot to fight for in the next season. In an interview with a Hollywood Reporter, Elisabeth Moss said, "I don't know where we pick up in episode 1 of season 5. I'll probably know in a few months, but she has murdered someone, and regardless of what Gilead thinks, that's illegal in most countries. So June thinks she's going to be in trouble." She further explained that it's time for you to smash that like button if you haven't done it already. But Bruce Miller, the person who created the masterpiece called The Handmaid's Tale, the series at least, thinks that June could get away with Fred's murder, and since he's the one writing the series, his theory is reliable. Viewers should keep in mind that Gilead wanted Fred gone, although they didn't want him to be hanged on a wall. That's the only thing Gilead won't be happy about. The way he was killed. Bruce Miller told Entertainment Weekly that the eyes could make anyone disappear, adding that that's the whole idea behind Nick taking him into the woods and him not coming back. That's what happens in Gilead. And how they got rid of him is also what happens in Gilead. It's exactly what they probably would have done to him anyway. What do you guys think will happen to June in the next installment? Let us know before we do a trailer breakdown. Hulu has released a full trailer, mind-blowing trailer for the next installment, and the events shown in it are unbelievable. The video starts with June and Luke back in Canada. As expected, they deal with the consequences of June killing the most despised villain in the series. The trailer also reveals that Gilead won't forgive her actions, but it seems like June doesn't really care, and now she's trying to make sure that Serena gets what she deserves as well. "I want her to know that it was me, the grieving wife," June says. She knows the world is watching. Then we see the protagonist trying to run away to Canada with Serena all dressed up in a black mourning veil. There's one scene where the two actually face each other when all of a sudden, June reaches for a gun behind her back. Obviously, the protagonist will be sent to prison, but we also believe that she'll escape. The official synopsis for Season 5 reads, June faces consequences for killing Commander Waterford while struggling to redefine her identity and purpose. The widowed Serena attempts to raise her profile in Toronto as Gilead's influence creeps into Canada. Commander Lawrence works with Aunt Lydia as he tries to reform Gilead and rise in power. June, Luke, and Moira fight Gilead from a distance as they continue their mission to save and reunite with Hannah. Moira star Samira Wiley told The View that the show will continue right after it stopped, with June, as always, in a bit of trouble. The actress also said that June will still be in Canada in the new series as she works out how to take Gilead down from there. But will Moira and Luke help June?
Or the colonies.
Right.
Not free, but still alive.
At least the trial's proper.
The trailer footage reveals that Luke and Moira will be there to help the protagonist. We also believe that they'll help her with the destruction of Gilead. But not everyone agrees with this, and there are a lot of theories suggesting that Luke and Moira will get tired of helping June, and thus she'll lose many of her supporters. June had two options at the end of Season 4. She was faced with two difficult decisions: kill Fred Waterford and taste the sweet revenge, or do nothing and choose her family. She chose revenge, and Luke didn't seem happy about her choice in the end. Also, June's mental health is getting worse and worse each season. She already killed one person, but Who says she won't continue with the murders. With June threatening to take off again, we strongly believe that Luke and Moira will get tired at one point and leave her all alone. Do you guys think this is a reliable theory? Let us know. It's pretty clear that June is not ready to stop, and we also know that she'll try to revenge on Serena as well. This only brings us to one question: what will Serena do next?
The grieving wife.
Her dream has come true after years of thinking she's unfertile. Serena, a character played by the amazingly talented Yvonne Strahovski, has finally become pregnant. In the fourth installment, Serena finds out she's pregnant with a baby boy. We all think Fred is the father, but who knows? After all, this is the Handmaid's Tale, and the biggest plot twists come when you least expect them. Anyway, Serena was preparing to raise the child with her husband, but now Fred is gone. All she has from him is a finger and a wedding ring. One thing we know for sure is that you need to smash that subscribe button and notification bell, so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future.
Can't get to you, so you just gotta forget about her.
No, seriously, Serena hates losing, and the gift June sent her will certainly leave some major consequences. Is it possible that Serena wins this war? See you in the next video.